Chairman, you can start the meeting.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Councillor David Rolder. I'm chairing today's licensing subcommittee meeting. To enable the meeting to run in an orderly manner, I would ask that all present please ensure that mobile phones are on silent or turned off. The hearing will follow a set procedure. Officers will introduce their reports in the usual way. When I invite you to speak, please unmute your microphone and then mute it again when finished speaking. Please note it is important to use a microphone when speaking. On to item agenda 1. Any apologies, please?
We've had no apologies, thank you.
Thank you. Item 2. Agenda item 2 is to receive any declarations of interest under the local code of conduct in respect of any items to be discussed at this meeting. Gentlemen?
Have none.
Have none. Okay, thank you. We proceed on to the agenda item 3. As I've already introduced myself as Councillor David Oliver, and what I will do now is I'll ask parties to introduce themselves, starting with the subcommittee, then I'll go around the table. If you can remember to mute, press your microphone and then mute it afterwards.
My name is Councillor Alex Muscandlon.
Councillor Peter Murphy.
Good morning, my name is Luke Elford, I'm the legal advisor to the committee. Andy Fox, Senior Licensing and Compliance Officer.
Joanne Kanata.
Frank Kanata.
Nothing at this stage, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Tell everybody else, yeah. Okay. I'd like to pass over to the Senior Licensing Officer who will present his report.
Thank you, Chair. So today we're looking to consider an application for the grant of a street trading consent submitted by Mr. Frank Kanata to trade from West End Park, City Road, March. So street trading consents are governed under the Local Government Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1982, and Fenland District Council has adopted the provisions within this Act so that it can effectively control street trading. This means it's an offence to trade without a consent granted by the Council. On the 2nd of September 2025, licensing received an application for a street trading consent from Mr. Frank Kanata, 152 Herne Road, Ramsey, St Mary's, Cambridgeshire. A copy of the application and its supporting documentation is attached to this report at Appendix A. And the application is requesting to sell ice creams, cold drinks and slushies from an ice cream van. And here I stand to correct the report as a mistake on my behalf. He actually wishes to trade from Monday to Sunday from the hours of 11 till 6 p.m. The application, like I said, is looking to trade from a fixed location at West End Park, City Road, March, either inside or outside the barrier of the park. And a copy of the plan location is shown at Appendix B. Officers can confirm that the application has been advertised by way of a public notice, and on the 4th of September 25, licensing consulted with the statutory consultees listed below, and we had none from the first 4. But in response to the public notice and the email to the consultees, licensing received 1 representation. This was submitted from the Cambridge County Council Policy and Regulation Unit. And they wish to object to the grant of the licence, stating that the double yellow lines undermine TRO, Traffic Regulation Order, and also that the area is a turning head that can prevent large vehicles turning. A further comment was that a key would be needed for the barrier. A copy of that representation is shown in the report at Appendix D. And we've had no other representations from any other interested parties. In considering the application before you today, we ask you to consider the factors listed below at 2.1 of this report. And that is the case before you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Can I go to subcommittee? Do you have any questions for the licensing officer?
No, not at all.
Mr. Canto, do you have any questions to ask of the licensing officer? Yeah, you represent. Yeah.
Only that we have obviously been trading there many, many, many years from that location.
I'll ask you if you
Oh.
for later on. Just
Sorry.
if there's any questions of the licensing officer.
No, no, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So what I'll do now is I'll invite you to put your case forward, and then we'll probably ask questions after that. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, so as I was saying, we have traded in March Park for many, many years. I've actually lost count. We were trying to work out how many years it is. We've never had any complaints from anybody as far as we're concerned. We are now quite well known in March. We do events with Fenland Council, with the events team. So we are quite established in March. And obviously we would like to stay there if it's granted to us.
Okay, thank you very much. Committee, do you have any questions of? Okay.
You say you've traded in March for.
I'm sorry, my husband just pointed something out. We've always traded where we actually are at the moment, not actually in the park. When we first took March Park on, they did say, I can't even remember if it was Bob Ollier or Mike Chapman, that we wanted to trade. They said we could either trade outside or go into the park, but obviously there's a barrier, we'd need a key. And we said we were quite happy to stay outside, and they were happy for us to be there.
Okay, thank you very much.
You say you've traded in March for a number of years. Roughly how many?
12, Chris?
15 years, I would think.
Questions?
Yeah, so we've got one or two photographs of your vehicle here, but they're all taken out in open spaces. Nothing's taken out in the turning circle of that road, on the double yellow lines of that road where you want to go now. So why haven't you taken the photographs there just so we can see how small or how large the vehicle is in those spaces?
Well, those photos were sent in with the application because they wanted photos of our vehicles. Obviously, our trading sort of finishes in October, so that's our mistake. That I didn't realise that you'd want one to show the area where we were parked.
We normally do get that sort of thing, so we can see the size of the vehicle in the appropriate part, which is what we normally do.
Within that turning bay, whereabouts is your van parked? So we could. So in the turning bay, have you got the application there?
Let me just get the application up. My phone's not loading, the signal's not good. Does anybody have a copy of it I can quickly look at?
these are the photos within the agenda pack, within the resize. So this is the area that the councillors are talking about here. Rather than here for a second. So they're asking where or how you park.
We reverse vans onto the pavement.
So the van sort of sits.
Yes,
That
right back, yes. There's normally a car the other side, or sometimes you get two cars and wait for it to go, and then take it from there. Alright.
You want to just explain that to the council? So, councillors, for your reference, we're at page 14 of the agenda pack. It's the photo from Google of the turn.
That's the one with the two blue circles on, yeah?
Yeah. And Mr. Canata has indicated that the van is parked adjacent to the pavement there.
Yes, right back, yes.
On the right-hand side where the double yellow lines are.
Yeah, it's serving onto the path, up onto the path, yes.
Serving onto the pavement, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's right, yes.
Thank you for clarifying that for us. Questions? Licence officer, do you have anything?
No questions will make, Jeff.
Legal?
Just a quick question. You said that you traded here previously. Has that been under a street trading consent for this location? So you've just traded here?
So who we dealt with before with March Park or Fenland Council, we were never asked to do a street trading. We were never informed, so they knew that we parked there, but we didn't know that you had to have a street trading, and they never.
We used to pay the fee. We used to have the fee, do you remember?
Yeah, originally we were paying a fee to Fenland Council.
Open spaces.
Yeah, open spaces.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
So they ran Wisbeach Park and March Park, and we used to trade in Wisbeach Park, and we were March Park. So we used to pay to be at both of those parks. Then, obviously, COVID happened, so we were 2 years that didn't trade. And then when we came back after COVID, they made a decision that, because obviously COVID had an effect on a lot of businesses, instead of us paying the fee we were paying before, that they'd asked us to do a donation to the charity of their choice. So certainly for the last 3 or 4 years, we've sent donations both for March Park, and obviously we were at Wisbeach Park as well then.
So when you were paying a fee, you were actually in the park,
At Wisbeach, yes.
and at March?
No, we were outside.
So exactly the same location.
How
you've
it
shown
is
me on
now,
the plan.
yeah, exactly the same.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, also, obviously, if there was an event in the park and they would ask us to go in, then we would pay whatever the event companies wanted, we would pay them as well.
Okay, thank you very much. No other questions? So if there's no other questions, what we'll do is we'll adjourn for a few moments to have a conflab and then come back and give you a... Okay, thank you.